so instrumental in making this show happen, and they are Kale and with Rabbi Mendy. What a big tribute it is that all of you, his best friends, he would call every one of you his best friends, to come and to be here and to share this very, very special occasion today. And of course, this could not have happened without so many helpers. I'm not going to go through everybody, but my daughter-in-law, Musi. Amazing, so we're so grateful. And all of the volunteers, every one of you who know who helped out, even a little bit, was so amazing. And to our chefs, Efrat and Mira, delicious food, and so much more coming. And my mother-in-law who's here from Israel, and all of most of Mendy's siblings, except for one who could be here, are here. It's amazing that all of you are here. It just feels so special. And their children, some of the grandchildren, and my own family. Every one of my children are here. We have some siblings who are here. Half the grandchildren are here. You can go on and on. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. And so many of them, all the Zimmerman families are here, and we're going to hear a little bit from my mother-in-law, some greetings in a little bit. So I just wanted to share everybody and say, everybody, thank you for coming, making this a very special day. And as people used to ask Mendy, are you here to stay in Akron? You know, when we first came 30 years ago? And we're like, yeah, well, for how long? For how long? Well, this is a testament another testament. So many testaments we had. We are definitely here to stay, and this is a very special thing that's going to be here forever. And after this, Rabbi is going to continue to share the process of what we're going to do with a little hakapa, a little parade inside, because of course, I guess they're saying l'chaim, and they're overflowing their l'chaim because it's pouring rain over here, the Zimmermans and Mendy. And also I want to acknowledge my father-in-law, who's with his up in heaven, of course, saying l'chaim together with all those who are not here with us today. And on a good note, my parents are not here because there's another simcha, so thank God they're not here because they have another simcha. And so thank you all for being here together.
We're finally here celebrating our new Torah after a long wait. This Torah was written in Israel, and we're now finishing over 304,000 letters written special for this Torah for our community. And so, welcome to our grand celebration and dedication of Rabbi Mendy's Torah. The celebration of a new Torah is considered from the greatest celebrations in the Jewish community. And it symbolizes our dedication or rededication and commitment to follow God's Torah and the mitzvahs and the special traditions. Now, the Torah is not just a guiding principle for our lives, but actually the Torah has a name, Torah Or. It's called the Torah of light because it's supposed to shine light to the whole world around us and illuminate every part of our life. And as such, that's why today is such a special, joyous occasion. You know, the tradition of celebrating with the Torah goes back all the way to King David, where the prophets tell us in the book of Samuel tells us that King David was dancing with great joy, welcoming the Holy Ark into the capital. And it says he danced with all his might in front of God. And until today, welcoming a Torah has been up to par with the celebration of a wedding, and even with a chuppah, dancing and a whole festive dinner. You know, the idea that we connect a Torah celebration with that of a chuppah, or that of a wedding, is directly associated with the holiday we just passed. We just finished the holiday recently of Shavuos. That's the holiday we got the Torah just 2 weeks ago. And our sages teach that celebration, that moment, that momentous occasion in our history was actually a wedding celebration. Who was getting married? Well, it was God to the Jewish people. We were the bride, God was the groom, and we had this unique relationship we were forming together. And so in essence, today is truly a wedding celebration as we dedicate this new beautiful Torah to the shul. Now, as you heard, it's God decided to give us extra shower blessing from outside. So we were going to be parading outdoors, around the building. As is customary, we had a chuppah prepared. You're welcome to go look at it outside. Beautifully prepared. But we will do the festivities inside. And so I'll share with you exactly how we're going to do that as we finish the program. On each of your chairs, you have a booklet and a little keychain. That keychain has a little swatch, a little piece of fabric. There's a special merit to have a piece of fabric from the Torah cover. We have a beautiful Torah cover, and that leather piece that you have in front of you on your chair. We have some more if you don't have it. If you don't have it by you, is something you take home with you. A piece of the Torah, not just a piece of the Torah, but the cover of the Torah is actually how we beautify the Torah. We make it extra special. So we are showing God, we are keeping this merit of how we beautify the mitzvah, how we make the mitzvah extra special. 2.5 years ago, our community lost one of its beloved matriarchs, Rabbi Zimmerman. And the Zimmerman family have been from the founding families of this shul. Rabbi's grandfather, Shmuel Ikis, held the first services in his home before they moved into the building, their first building on Euclid and Raymond Street. And she met her bashert, Lou, here, or not in this building, but I think it was in Kapli Road Shul at the time. And over the years, they were truly an integral part of this community and of our shul. My father, of blessed memory, had a very special relationship with both Lou and Rabbi. And I know that Rabbi really adored my father as her rabbi. And as her rabbi, she always wanted to make sure that he looked his best. And they made sure to get him outfitted the best. And so I remember very vividly how every time my father went to see Rabbi, he had to look spick and span, 100%. He knew. And as children, we always looked at Rabbi as another grandmother to our family as well. She was so close and dear to us. And so when we met with Steve and Wendy after her passing, we were trying to think what is the most appropriate way to celebrate a lasting legacy for both Rabbi and Lou. And what better way to those that spent their lives dedicated to the Jewish community, dedicated to the Torah and to our traditions, than to dedicate a beautiful Torah scroll. And so today's dedication is in loving memory of Lou and Rabbi, and also recognition of all the tremendous contributions to our community. And as you heard, this also doubles as a dedication and a tribute to my father, who, as you know, of course, the Torah and everything associated with the Torah was his life. His whole mission in Akron was to inspire people with the Torah, to inspire people with his teachings, and to inspire people to grow in their Yiddishkeit. And in our family, I know that meant so much to him, always seeing him open a book. If ever something came up and he wanted to check what the Jewish tradition said on that, and what the Jewish law said on that, always encouraging us to grow in our learning. He always would tell us, it doesn't make a difference what you learn in school, the main thing is you learn. If you don't like what they're teaching you, learn something else. And, in school, a lot of times they would have these, for those that, Hebrew you learn Hebrew in school, in Jewish school, but there's also other teachings that are in Aramaic, and it's not always easy to understand. And he always encourages us, if you need a book to help you understand it that's in English, use it. And if someone doesn't like the fact that you're using it, don't care what they say. You do what you need to study the Torah. And so that was his life, and we are very humbled to be a part of this dedication and tribute today. I would like to call up Mr. Steve Zimmerman to join us and share with us a few words on behalf of his family.
My mother would say in Yiddish, Oy Beitz Mai Jordan. Rabbi Moshe, Moshe, Kayla, and family, fellow congregants, and friends of Anshe Sfard Synagogue. Baruch Hashem, we have been blessed by God to create a beautiful Rabbi Mendy Torah in memory of our parents, Rabbi and Lou, honoring someone so special to all who knew him for his loving kindness. Rabbi Mendy was a very close friend to our family and a visionary for Anshe Sfard Synagogue in the Jewish community of Akron. Today we have gathered to celebrate the official dedication of the Rabbi Mendy Torah, the mitzvah of all mitzvahs. Our plans for the Rabbi Mendy Torah have come to fruition. Patience, perseverance, and planning became the keys to success regarding the Rabbi Mendy Torah project. The Rabbi Mendy Torah project manifested itself as an outcome of the meeting we had with Rabbi Moshe, Masi, and Kayla the week after the passing of our mom in November of 2020. This shul has been a part of our family's history since its inception. Our mother's family name is Ikas, one of the founding families of Anshe Sfard Synagogue. Our father's dad, David, was the gabbai for many years when the shul was on Copley Road. Tomorrow would have been our parents' 74th wedding anniversary. The design theme for the Torah cover is based upon the stained glass on either side of our holy ark, depicting the Ten Commandments, which we donated in memory of our father who passed away in 2012. In addition to featuring the Nir Tamed, also known as the eternal light, in the center to signify the divine presence of God. In recent weeks, we've been reading in the Torah about the journey of the Jewish people in the desert on their way to the Holy Land. God gives them the Torah at Sinai, and they continue to journey for 40 years until reaching the Holy Land. As the Jewish people go through their travels, Moses is writing a continuation of the Torah as God directs him. So it's most appropriate today that we are writing our Torah for our community here in Akron. Now, while the journey for our Rabbi Mendy Torah didn't take 40 years, it did take us a whole 2.5 years to come to today's celebration. Many thanks to our Rabbi Anshe, and Caleb for their creative talents and dedication to fulfill our dreams from concept to reality. I'd also like to thank my wife Mendy and my sisters Karen and Cheryl for their valued input. It was a Synagogue and Zimmerman team effort to make this day happen. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate together the dedication of the Rabbi Mendy Torah. Let's all say the time to the memory of Rabbi Mendy and our parents, Rabbi and Zimmerman.
The celebration of the Torah is a celebration for the whole community. And as such, the mayor's office has presented us with a proclamation signed by Mayor Horrigan, and I would like to call up the president of our shul, Mr. Joel Stile, to present with us with this proclamation.
What a joyous evening. It seems like every time I have to follow the rabbi, though I lose half of my speech. The dedication of a new Torah scroll is traditionally celebrated with great festivity. The source of this custom is the biblical account of King David welcoming the Holy Ark into his capital. David, and I quote the Torah, David went and brought up the Ark of God into the city of David with joy. David danced with all of his might before God. David and all of the house of Israel brought up the Ark of God with shouts and with the sounds of the shofar. And so similarly, Steve and Wendy have brought up the Torah, honoring Lou and Rabbi Zimmerman and Rabbi Mendy Sasaki. I can't thank Steve and Wendy enough for this wonderful gift. Excuse me. Now I have the honor of reading the proclamation from the mayor of the city of Akron. To the people of Akron, whereas the city of Akron, Ohio, is home to a vibrant and diverse community, celebrating its rich cultural heritage and fostering an environment of unity and respect. And whereas Anshe Sfard, Rabbi Synagogue, an integral part of Akron's Jewish community, has been a place of worship, learning, and communal gathering for over 100 years. And whereas Lou and Rabbi Zimmerman of blessed memory, beloved members of Anshe Sfard, and esteemed founding families dedicated their lives to the betterment of the synagogue and the Akron Jewish community as a whole, leaving an indelible mark of commitment and devotion. And whereas Rabbi Sasonkin of blessed memory, a revered spiritual leader, served as a guiding light for the congregation and the Akron Jewish community for 30 years, inspiring countless individuals with his wisdom, compassion, and unwavering love for all. And whereas the inauguration of a new Torah scroll at Anshe Sfard Revere Road Synagogue marks a significant milestone in the community's history, symbolizing the enduring legacy of Lou and Rabbi Zimmerman and paying homage to Rabbi Mendy Sasakin's profound impact. And whereas Steve and Wendy Zimmerman, dear friends and cherished members of the synagogue and the Akron Jewish community, have generously donated this Torah scroll as a heartfelt tribute to Lou and Rabbi Zimmerman and in loving memory of Rabbi Mendy Sasakin, recognizing his exceptional dedication and contribution. Now therefore, I, Daniel Horrigan, Mayor of the City of Akron, do hereby proclaim Sunday, June 11, 2023 as Rabbi Mendy's Torah Day in the City of Akron. On this day, we celebrate the inauguration of a new Torah scroll, which shall henceforth be known as Rabbi Mendy's Torah, in honor of Rabbi Mendy Sasonkin's profound impact and his enduring commitment to the synagogue and the Akron Jewish community. We extend our deepest gratitude to Steve and Wendy Zimmerman for their generous donation and for their unwavering support of Anshe Sfard's Rabbi Synagogue. His dedication to preserving the memory of Lou and Rabbi Zimmerman and honoring Rabbi Mendy Sasonkin as a beloved family friend is truly commendable. This proclamation serves as a testament to the indomitable spirit of our community, our unwavering commitment to preserving and cherishing our rich cultural heritage. But may Rabbi Mendy's Torah continue to inspire future generations as serving as a beacon of wisdom, love, and unity for all who seek solace, knowledge, and spiritual guidance. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Akron to be affixed hereto this 11th day of June 2023, signed Daniel Horrigan, Mayor, City of Akron.
Many family members of the Zimmerman family, as well as many of my own family members who have come from far and near, many of my uncles and aunts who come from as close as Cleveland and as far as New York, and even as far as Israel. My uncle from Metula, Israel, as well as my grandmother from Israel, joining us for today's celebration. And I would like to ask my grandmother to share with us a few words on behalf of our family.
I was privileged to speak with the Zimmerman family before. Very impressive. Everyone I spoke to was so impressed with everything. We, of course, came to see the Torah before, and whoever sees it doesn't have words to express their admiration and the awe that it inspires. I remember when I was expecting Mendy, we're talking something like 59 years ago, we had been sent to Israel. There's a word in Hebrew that we use for the people that never send to different places. They're called shluchim. The English word is emissary, but emissary sounds very dry and very official. Shluchim means someone who is filled with warmth and enthusiasm and desire to do what the Rebbe tells him to do. I'm sure that quite a few of you have heard about the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Some of you have experiences with him. And we were privileged to be sent as shluchim, emissaries or whatever, with a mission to Israel. At the time, we lived in the south of Israel, in Kiryat Gat, in a very small apartment. And my husband was drafted into the Israeli Defense Force as a soldier. And we knew that he would be going to the army during the summer months. And I was expecting Mendy at the beginning of the summer. In Israel, there were no telephones in the private houses. There were telephones in some of the offices, and of course the government had phones, but we had no phone. And I had no relatives living in Israel, no one that I could count on to come and help me when I would have a baby. And so we were sure that the most obvious and logical thing to do would be to go back to America, have the baby. My family lived in Pittsburgh. And being that my husband had to be in the army anyway, and they didn't allow them back home like more than once a month, and you had to go for 2 months straight, we thought that the logical thing to do would be to go to America to have a baby, Now the Rebbe didn't like to tell people what to do. He didn't, certainly not to force anybody to do anything, but he even preferred people that wanted to do what the Rebbe would like them to do, that people by themselves should ask and want to do something, and then the Rebbe would say, Hatzlacha, with success, give a bracha, give a blessing. So I wrote to the Rebbe that, being that I'm expecting, and I'm hoping to have a baby in the beginning of the summer, and my husband won't be home for the entire summer, at least for 2 months, and being that I have no one in Israel to help me, we thought it would be the most logical thing that I go back to America to have a baby, and then after my husband would come back, I would come back to Israel. And I asked for a blessing. Well, the Rebbe answered, I'm not going to say in Hebrew, well, maybe I should. And now it's obvious that it's not the right time to go to America. For me, it was obvious that it was the perfect time to go to America. But the Rebbe had his own ideas. And so, Mendy was born in Israel. He was born in Yerushalayim. We had been visiting his grandparents. And by the way, he left for the army the next day. And the army was generous enough to allow him home to come home for the bris, which was a week later. That was it. Then he went back to the army. And now that we think about it, we were on shlichus. We had been sent to Israel on our shlichus, on our mission. And Mendy was born there. We didn't think too much about it then, but recently we've started thinking about things that we didn't think about too much. And we realized that the place a person is not incidental. It's important. It means a lot. I'm skipping over a few years. Mendy was already 11. He was the oldest of 5 children at that time. And we decided that we'd like to bring the children to the Rebbe. It was a big undertaking because it was very expensive. Plane tickets then were, for what we were earning at that time in Israel, was a lot of money. But we decided we wanted to do it anyway. And we set everything up. We didn't ask the Rebbe if we should come because I was afraid to get an answer, no, don't come. So what we did was, we arranged with our place of work. My husband was working in the telephone company then. I was teaching. We arranged it that they allowed us to take off for 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. We made the children passports. We bought tickets. I bought clothes. I didn't tell the kids that we're going. They noticed that I was buying them clothes that I usually didn't buy them so many clothes. Mommy, what are you buying us clothes for? I said, well, we'll have it for Shabbos, we'll have it for the different holidays. And we wrote to the Rebbe, we want to come and we want to bring the children. Our places of work are allowing us to go. We already bought tickets, and we're okay with, we had borrowed money, of course, that we're able to pay that, hopefully. And we're planning on coming at the date that we said. If the Rebbe doesn't want us to come, of course he won't come. And we asked him to listen for our trip. The Rebbe didn't answer me, which means we're on our way. Being that my parents lived in Pittsburgh with other members of my family, we planned on being, of course, in New York by the Rebbe and taking the kids to Pittsburgh for a week. My husband, of course, had stayed in New York State, 770. You're familiar with the term 770, which is the headquarters of Chabad, where the Rebbe davened every day, and that's where the Rebbe was every day. And I would go with the children for a week. When Mendy heard about it, he said, I don't want to go to Pittsburgh, even though we told them we're taking him to an amusement park. But I remember when I was a kid, going to that amusement park was like the highlight of my summer. And different cousins that lived in Pittsburgh collected tickets so we'd be able to go on all of the rides and not have to figure out this this bride yes, and this bride not. And we tried to lure him to Pittsburgh, and he said, no, I want to stay with Tati, with my husband, and be in Sun City. Okay, fine. I went with the younger children, and then he stayed. Again, we didn't really think, we weren't introspective at that time so much. But later on, we realized that Mendy was aware that he was filling up his inner battery, so to speak, with being near the Rebbe as much as possible. Davening with the Rebbe and listening to the Rebbe, and just being in the Rebbe's presence and being where the Rebbe was enough to fill him up more and more with the enthusiasm and the love of Torah, of learning and chassidus. When we heard about how Mendy was battling with his last difficult how we call it, whatever. I remember that we would come very often. We were sure, of course, that Mendy, we would be celebrating a lot of years together. And when Simchas Torah came, and what we never imagined would happened, and we had to decide where Mendy would want us to put him in his last resting place. And we started to think about what we heard Mendy say all the time, and it was mentioned before. He always used to say, I have come to Akron to be here forever. And he never qualified that sentence, that declaration. And so it wasn't even a question, because many Hasidim, many Lubavitchers, many people want to be buried in Israel, in Har HaZeisim. But with Mendy, the question didn't even arise. And of course, we all know that his place is in Akron. And again, we see that the place that a person isn't incidental. And his influence is felt in a different way. We all miss him, and we're waiting to be reunited. But with the Torah scroll, this magnificent Torah scroll, I don't know how to write the letters, but I was told that when you open it up and they look very clear, but everybody who does understand says, wow, writing this Torah is fantastic. And of course, what we do see, the intricate design of the Torah is something that we don't come across very often. So his influence is felt through what he taught us all these years. And of course the Torah, which is the guiding light of his life and of our lives. And as we say, even though the form is different, the influence is felt. And I must again say that we are everlastingly grateful to the community, the warmth and the love that can all show. The family is something that is so supportive. And I don't know how to finish up, so I'll say it again, thank you. And we're all hoping for Mashiach, and we're all hoping to see everybody together again. And I'll do something very personal on the cover of the Torah. My husband's name is also mentioned. I comfort myself by thinking that they're sitting up there together, saying Chai. and send your brachas down to us. And hopefully we'll be dancing together at the greatest celebration of all, sooner than we can imagine. Thank you.
Okay, I hear the kids. I know now it's time for the kids to come in because they've been waiting. Oh boy, we got a little Torah mascot coming in too. We are now going to be reciting special verses of the Torah. And I want to thank my grandmother again for sharing some beautiful words. The Torah, the guarantors of the Torah are the children, as God said by Mount Sinai. The only ones he relied on is the children. Adults, nah. The teachers, nah. The rabbis, no. Only the children were those that God said they will be the ones to guarantee the future. And so we're going to ask all the children to come in front, and we will recite some verses of the Torah together like we do in some Torah. This special one. As the children come in, we're going to ask the band to join us along. We're going to sing a song together. I think you all know it. Page number 7 begins the verses of Ata Haresa. We're going to ask the children to lead us, and everyone will respond as they recite the verses. You can follow, we're reading in Hebrew, you can follow in the English. Each sentence has a line in English as well. Let me say, Niflaois, Kidelois, Levadoi, Ki Loilam Chastoi. Alright, we got the Zadie. Come on, read the grab with the anicle. says that this is a famous song we know as we open up the ark always. Number 14. 13, sorry.
Toaneka, Yobishir, and then Santi Deka, your name here.
Who's number 14?
Ba'afor, David, Avdecha, Al-Toshe, Penei, Meshichecha.
Who is number 15?
Vayemer, Hey, Hainu, Kivinu, Lai, Beyai, She Ainu, Adai, Nai, Kivinu, Lai, Nagila, Benismecha, Beyai, Shu Asai.
Number 16.
Malchus, Kalam, Alamin, Umenshacha, Bechagarvada.
Ki mitzon teisem Torah uvar alai miuru shalai.
Let's sing this together if you know the song. Ki mitzion teisei Torah uvar Adonai Yerushalayim. Ki mitzion teisei Torah uvar Adonai Yerushalayim. Ki mitzion, keep the middle. Teisei Torah uvar Adonai Yerushalayim. All the people dance in the middle. Ki mitzion teisei Torah uvar Adonai Yerushalayim. Ki mitzion teisei Torah uvar Adonai Thank you to all the children. A round of applause for all the kids. This special Torah, a dedication in memory of Rabbi of Lou, dedication to my father. We knew this Torah had to be the best Torah yet. And if you knew Rabbi, everything had to be the most beautiful. And if you knew my father, everything had to be the top quality you could find. And so, we contracted the best scribe in all of with a stitching that's a replica of the stained glass windows as you see on our two sides. That was actually dedicated by the Zimmerman family 10 years ago when we had the renovation and expansion project here at the shul. The top of the Torah, as you'll see soon, we created a custom silver crown, silver and gold crown that will top it with a matching pointer, a yad, that will be used during the reading. And in just a few moments, we're gonna lift the Torah up, sing the special prayers that we sing as we lift the Torah, and adorn it with his crown. You know, having such a beautiful Torah as a legacy to the Zimmermans and to my father, blessed memory, I know that today they are joining us in our celebration. They are smiling and blessing us as the blessing that we sing when we lift the Torah, the Eitz Chaim prayer, Eitz Chaim mi, Lamach haziki ba, v'tomchem me'ushar. The Torah is the tree of life, and all those that take hold of it are happy and fulfilled, both materially and spiritually. To lift the Torah, I'm going to be asking, in just a minute, we're going to ask my brother, Chaim Mara, who came all the way from Florida for today's celebration, to join us in just another minute or so. Will join us to lift the Torah, and we're going to sing the Eitz Chaim together. In your booklets, you can look inside your booklets, in the back there's a little song list that has the Eitz Chaim prayer. And let me just share also, right before we lift, I want to share also just a few quick things. You know, today's event, as you can imagine, took a lot of preparation and planning, and none of what you see is not possible without the amazing work, first and foremost, to my lovely wife, Lucy, and her party planning, ensuring that every element of today's celebration is beautiful as it is today. So please, for Lucy. And of course, a huge thank you to my mother, Kayla, for so many sleepless nights and the countless hours coordinating everything for this evening. If you've been living in Akron, you know that my mother puts together the best events. And you know, tonight, as you heard, is a very special for our family, for my mother, I know. You know, my father always shared that second to God in his life was my mother. So she took a very important place, and we're so lucky to have her as a driving force in our family, a driving force in our community. So thank you, Mom. No good Jewish event is good without a good food, a good spread. And so, big thank you to the Sfard and Mendy Hayon. If you thought you had some appetizers in the beginning, get ready for a delicious dinner. A big thank you to our devoted secretary and do-it-all person, Carrie Markey, for all of her hard work, keeping everything organized for us. And of course, a big thank you to all the helpers and volunteers helping make sure everything got ready. Those that helped us design the Torah, Josh Kogan and Joel Zelman, who helped us design the Torah. Thank you to our scribe. This is not the scribe that was from Israel. This was a scribe that came from Cleveland to help us fill in the last few letters, last 100 letters. But so a big thank you to our Heinemann who came from Cleveland to help us with that. And like I said, just momentarily we're going to lift the Torah. But the final thing I wanted to share was, lastly, but really firstly, a big thank you to Steve and Wendy. Thank you for your constant support and generosity to the shul. And thank you for the best gift possible for a special Torah we're going to read now each week here in the shul. Thank you so much. And as a small token of our appreciation to you, I have a special gift for you. We managed to make, special for Steve and Wendy, a mini replica of our big Torah with the same cover. And tribute to Stevens and Mendy for all the hard work they put into this and for the contribution. And there is an actual scroll inside there with the words of the Torah, but it's not a parchment, it was not handwritten, it was a printed one. But this will be for your home to share this special legacy that you dedicated to the Torah for us. Steve, please come up. Steve and Wendy, please come up. Steve and Wendy, please come up as we give you the Torah.
Tzina, 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 bird.